Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm on the hunt for a solid, high-quality studio arm for my setup. And after doing some research, I've come across the RØDE PSA1 and the PSA1 Plus. So in today's video, I'm going to be comparing these two to see which one I like better. Starting with the unboxing, the RØDE PSA1 includes a desk clamp mount, a 3/8 of an inch to 5/8 of an inch thread adapter, the arm itself with 3 Velcro wraps attached to it, and a threaded desk insert mount. As for the PSA1 Plus, it also comes with the same things the PSA1 came with, except it's different quality, let's say upgraded. So there's the arm itself, the adapter, a desk mount clamp, and also a threaded desk mount. Now I'm going to take a closer look at all of the accessories to see what's really different between these two. On the left, I have the PSA1 mount, on the right is the PSA1 Plus, and what I can tell is it has rubber pads all around the mount. So we have rubber pads on the clamping plate as well as on the metal rod right here. It has nice rubber pads. And then as for the actual bigger clamping part of the clamping desk clamping thing, it's got a rubber pad there as well. So this should help with vibrations when you're recording. Compared to the PSA1 desk mount, you can see it's got this cloth like material for the bigger part of the mount, and there's no padding on the plates over there as well as on the rod. There's no padding. As for the finish here, you can see the PSA1 mount has sort of a glossy matte finish, while the PSA1 Plus mount has a textured matte finish. As for the desk insert mount here, you can see the one on the PSA1 Plus on the right side is much nicer, bigger. It has rubber padding on the bottom part of the mount as well, while the PSA1 it's smaller, so it's not as universal as the bigger one on the PSA1 Plus, and the overall quality is just worlds apart here. And the materials, as you can see, on the PSA1 Plus, it's got this matte, higher quality looking and feeling metal, while on the PSA1, it kind of reminds me of those metals you see in like generic faucets. Now, taking a look at the arms themselves here, you can see they look quite similar but different at the same time. So the first thing I can notice right here are the small metal parts right here. You see it's got a different finish. So basically the PSA1 arm has glossy finish while the PSA1 Plus has a matte finish throughout all of their metals here. The PSA1 Plus comes with these sleeves that I tried to remove but I couldn't. But what you can see here is that the RØDE branding is much more prominent on the PSA1 Plus, while on the PSA1 it's more discreet. It's just on its Velcro straps. But the arm sleeve is not all just for looks though. The PSA1 Plus uses internal fully dampened springs plus a neoprene covered arm sleeve to reduce noise from movements and makes repositioning smoother. As you can see here, this metal insert is just flat, so it loosely fits in the desk mount, while on the PSA1 Plus, it has this plastic covering the insert here, giving it slightly more resistance. Something I would say that increases its quality of user experience. It just feels a bit better. So I have both of the boom arms installed on the table now, and as you can see, I have the PSA1 on the left side holding the Yeti mic, and then on the right side is the PSA1 Plus. Not much wobble here, as you can see. It's pretty good. You can swivel this side to side as well. Not much resistance, but it still gets the job done. In terms of weight, the PSA1 arm can support a minimum weight of 700 grams and a maximum weight of 1100 grams, while the PSA1 Plus can support a minimum weight of 94 grams and a maximum weight of 1200 grams. While I'm adjusting the microphone here, keep an eye on how it just bounces back up. It's quite interesting. It doesn't allow for as much of a flexible positioning as the PSA1 Plus, which I will show you in a bit. The arm can also extend straight out like this, so that's pretty nice. And you can also adjust it kind of like a low profile studio arm as well. Also, the mic that I'm testing this out on weighs 1.2 pounds. And as you can see, the PSA1 Plus is a bit more stable. Not saying the PSA1 is terrible, but it's a bit more stable on the PSA1 Plus. Now, in terms of adjustments, I think the arm sleeves also help it a little, but they might be using different parts inside of the arm, which I think they are. But yeah, so right here you can see the PSA1 Plus, it's more flexible in terms of positioning. It pretty much props up the microphone at any angle I choose, unlike the PSA1, which kind of bounces up in its own comfortable position. This studio arm also extends out just like the PSA1. I can extend it straight out just like this, and I can also use it kind of like a low profile studio arm as well. So the takeaway here is that they both work pretty well, except the Rode PSA1 Plus feels more sturdy and everything about it is higher quality. Even these adjustment knobs right here, you can see they're well designed. It's definitely been improved on compared to the PSA1, where right here on the PSA1 Plus, I can adjust the microphone. There's no parts touching each other, making it difficult for me to adjust the mic's positioning. While on the PSA1 here, with its awkwardly shaped knobs, it's not as easy to grip as the PSA1 Plus knob, but what's more important is that I can't even spin it around because the knobs are touching the plate right here, which I have to unscrew slightly in order for me to even adjust the microphone's positioning if, it's touching it like this. As for cable management, the PSA1 Plus is slightly neater in that aspect as well. Now, the last thing I want to point out is the flexibility of the desk clamping mount insert. So on the PSA1 Plus, with its bigger insert right here, I can fit it in my desk, while the PSA1 arms insert is too small for me to even use it like this. So you'd have to actually drill out a smaller grommet hole if your desk's standard grommet hole size is not small enough. Now, for my final verdict, if I were choosing one overall, I'd go with the PSA1 Plus. The improvements are clear and I believe they justify the extra $20 for most creators who care about quality and longevity of their setup. However, if budget is tighter and your needs are moderate, let's say you're streaming, you're using simpler mics, fewer demands on silence and movement, the PSA1 still remains a very good choice.